On June 9, 2024, near Kamakpal in Bengaluru, about 200 kilometers from the city of Chitradurga, a delivery boy noticed a body being mauled by dogs near a drain next to a building. It was an alarming sight early in the morning, but the delivery boy immediately informed the police without delay. A police team arrived at the scene and took the body to the hospital. They also began investigating the case. However, there was no ID card or anything found near the body that could help identify it. By looking at the body, it seemed the deceased was about 30 to 35 years old, and it had been more than 24 hours since the death. The police first tried to find out if a missing person report had been filed at any nearby police station. The body was found near a drain, so there was a possibility that it had floated there from somewhere else. Meanwhile, the police learned that a missing persons report for a 33-year-old man had been filed by his mother at a nearby police station. She mentioned that her son had been missing since Saturday, June 8th, and his phone had been switched off. The police took the woman to the hospital to identify the body, and upon seeing the remaining clothes, her heart sank as the body belonged to her son, Renuka Swami. Renuka Swami worked at an Apollo pharmacy and had gone to work as usual that day, but his phone was turned off unexpectedly on June 8th. The police had registered the case, but were waiting for the postmortem report to determine the cause of death. When the postmortem report came out, it revealed shocking details that shook the entire state of Karnataka. Renuka Swami had been brutally beaten to death, his tongue had been cut off, and his jaw had been broken. His body had deep wounds from numerous injuries. Renuka Swami was a simple man with no criminal record or known enemies, so the police were puzzled as to why anyone would want to harm him. He wasn't wealthy enough to be kidnapped for ransom, and since it wasn't a high-profile case, the media didn't pay much attention. The police were investigating it like any other case until June 10th, when three men, Raghavendra, Karthik, and Kashav Murthy, suddenly came to the police station and claimed responsibility for Renuka Swami's murder. It was surprising to the police that, with no solid evidence or clues, the criminals themselves came forward to surrender. The men said they killed Renuka Swami over a financial dispute. It seemed the case was about to close quickly, but when the superintendent of police SP arrived and reviewed the situation, he found it odd that the killers had surrendered so easily. The SP decided to interrogate the three men separately. Their answers regarding how, when, and where they killed Renuka didn't match up, which made the SP realize they were lying. To find out why they were lying, the police traced their call records and phone locations. The police discovered a phone number they had been in contact with frequently over the past 2 days. To their shock, that number belonged to none other than the film industry's challenging superstar, Darshan. This raised the question of what connection these killers had with such a big film star. The police then traced Darshan's phone location from the past 2 days and found that his location matched with the three men's locations during that period. The murder of Renuka Swami, the sudden confession by the three men, and their connection to a famous film star turned the investigation in a new direction. The SP had suspicions and interrogated the three men again, this time more aggressively. One of the men eventually broke down and revealed a truth so shocking that it not only shook Karnataka, but also the entire film industry. This revelation was beyond anyone's imagination. But before explaining how this story links superstar Darshan to the murder of an ordinary man like Renuka Swami, it is important to know some of the dark realities of Darshan's life. Darshan has had a history of controversies. In 2003, he married Vijaya Lakshmi, and they had a son together. To the world, his married life seemed perfect, but a few years into the marriage, his relationship with his wife started deteriorating. In 2011, things got so bad that his wife filed a case against him for assault and attempted murder, leading to his arrest for 14 days. The matter didn't end there. In 2016, she filed another complaint accusing him of inappropriate behavior. Although they later resolved it through a settlement, Darshan's personal life has been full of ups and downs, and these issues resurfaced in 2021. He was accused of assaulting a waiter. However, the CCTV footage was deleted, and the matter was covered up by giving the waiter rupee 50 zuzanzer. In 2022, a film producer, Bharat, filed a police report accusing Darshan of threatening to kill him. In November 2023, Darshan's neighbor accused him of setting dogs on him over a parking dispute, leading to a report being filed against Darshan. But that case was also settled. The deteriorating relationship between Darshan and his wife, Vijayalakshmi, and the real reason behind the Renuka Swami murder case was Pavitra Gowda, who entered Darshan's life 10 years ago. Pavitra was a fashion designer and an aspiring actress. Despite her efforts, she couldn't get any film offers and eventually got married. After some time, her relationship with her husband deteriorated, and she started living separately with her daughter. At the same time, Darshan was looking for a new face for his film, and that's when he met Pavitra Gowda. While she didn't get the film role, she became close to Darshan. For years, everything between them remained quiet, but in November 2023, Pavitra posted a video of her daughter Kushi's birthday, where Darshan was seen cutting the cake and dancing. This video reignited rumors about Darshan and Pavitra's affair that had been circulating since 2015. The controversy intensified when Pavitra posted a reel this year, publicly showcasing her relationship with Darshan. The reel not only went viral, but it also revealed that Darshan had been having an extramarital affair with Pavitra for the past 10 years, despite being married. Vijayalakshmi, enraged by this, responded by posting on social media and questioning Pavitra's character. But you might be wondering, what does all this have to do with the body of Renuka Swami found in a drain? Friends, this is where the whole case begins. In the South Indian film industry, actors receive immense love and support, more than in any other film industry worldwide. Darshan had a large fan following, with many fan clubs and people who worshipped him like a god. This was why, in the social media battle between Pavitra and Vijayalakshmi, Darshan's fans strongly supported Vijayalakshmi. These fans believed Pavitra was breaking up the family of their idol and started hating her on social media, leaving thousands of negative comments, which forced Pavitra to disable her comment section. Now, let's talk about Renuka Swami. He was one of those hardcore fans from Chitradurga, Karnataka, who worshipped Darshan like a god. For years, he would watch the first show of every Darshan film, no matter the cost. When Pavitra posted on social media, Renuka Swami was among the fans who were against the relationship. He believed that his god, Darshan, could never betray his wife and son. He would comment on Pavitra's posts, calling her out, writing harsh things, and telling her to stay away from Darshan. In early June, Renuka Swami commented on one of Pavitra's posts using a fake ID, hurling insults and using inappropriate language. Pavitra read the comment and was so enraged that she replied, "Time will give the answer, just wait and watch." As Pavitra's anger grew uncontrollable, she approached Darshan and complained about how people were talking negatively about their relationship, urging him to teach such people a lesson. After being repeatedly provoked by Pavitra, Darshan assured her he would do something about it. During the police investigation, it was revealed that, at Darshan's request, his henchman, Pawan, created a fake account to chat with Renuka Swami. Believing it was a real account, Renuka Swami was tricked into revealing his name and address in a message. Once they had the address, Darshan ordered Raghavendra, the president of his fan club, to kidnap Renuka Swami and bring him to Bengaluru. He even paid Rupee 5,000 for this task. On the morning of June 8th, Renuka Swami was stopped on his way to Apollo Pharmacy in Chitradurga and was told he would be taken to meet Darshan. They lured him by saying that he would need to apologize for his comments on Pavitra's post. But little did Renuka Swami know that a trap was being laid for him in the name of an apology. Raghavendra and his men took him to a compound in R.R. Nagar, Bengaluru, where a horrific ordeal began. They tied him up in a shed and brutally beat him with belts and sticks until he was near death. Later that evening, Darshan arrived with his men. When the half-dead Renuka Swami saw his hero, he felt a glimmer of hope, thinking that his idol, who fights enemies for the common man in films, had come to rescue him. But as they say, there is a big difference between real and real life, and this difference would cost Renuka Swami his life. Darshan hadn't come to save him, but to inflict deeper wounds that would chill anyone to the bone. The one Renuka Swami worshipped as a god turned into a monster, torturing him so brutally that when the post-mortem report came, it revealed 15 injuries on Swami's body. Shockingly, Pavitra was present during the assault, and recent investigations found that she was the one who initially tortured Renuka Swami. This all-day torture ultimately led to Renuka Swami's death. Just a year ago, Renuka Swami had gotten married, and he was expecting to become a father by the end of the year. His wife, Sahana, tried calling him continuously, but Sahana had no idea that she would never see her husband again. The phone was showing as switched off. At 3 a.m. the next morning, those people put Swami's body in a car and dumped it in a drain near Kamakshi Pal. What happened next? You already know. The delivery boy found a body in the drain. Then, the 3 criminals came forward and confessed to their crime, which unraveled the entire case. Actually, these 3 men took the blame for the murder on Darshan's orders, and in return, Darshan paid them 5 lakh rupees. Darshan, in his attempt to make his plan successful, got himself trapped. If those 3 criminals had not gone to the police station that day, solving this case would have been very difficult. CCTV cameras captured 2 cars and their number plates, which belonged to Darshan, and these cars were used to dispose of Renuka's body. Bloodstains were also found in the car, and later, the driver Ravi surrendered and provided full details of the incident. Ravi was the same driver who took Swami from Chitradurga to Bengaluru, to the location where he was tortured. The police recovered 30 lakh rupees from Raghavendra, which Darshan had given him to complete this task. Call data records, CDR, and messages from fake accounts were also retrieved. Since this is a high-profile case, there were several attempts to use political influence to save the criminals. But due to the honest efforts of the investigating SP and the commissioner, not only was the case solved quickly, but it also came to light in the media. So far, the police have arrested a total of 16 people, including Darshan and Pavitra, in connection with this murder. Pavitra has been made the main accused, while Darshan is the second accused, as it was under Pavitra's instigation that this murder was carried out. As the investigation progresses, more details related to superstar Darshan are emerging. It's also being said that Darshan's ex-manager Mallikarjun has been missing since July 2018. Mallikarjun was Darshan's most trusted man, but he betrayed Darshan and stole crores of rupees from him. A case was ongoing in court, but in the last 6 years, Mallikarjun neither appeared for any court hearings, nor was the police able to trace him. Now, think about this. If Darshan can go to such lengths over a comment, imagine what would happen to someone who betrayed him in such a big way. Challenging star Darshan represents the common man in his movies, fighting for the rights of ordinary people and standing against injustice. But in real life, everyone now knows who he truly is. There's a vast difference between the characters portrayed on screen and the real-life personality. We should learn from this case and choose our idols and role models wisely, because what is shown to you is not always the truth. Friends, the purpose of sharing this incident is not to hurt anyone's feelings or disturb anyone, but to make you aware and alert. What is your opinion on this whole incident? Let us know in the comment box. And if you liked our hard work, please like and share this video. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please subscribe now. Thank you.